So I'm going to have a crack at making a rear door table. Looked at a couple of options online, look really nice, especially the ones by K-On look really nice, but my problem is that when the rear is loaded up, I really sort of packed right up to the door, so I don't want anything protruding from the door. I don't want a full width one. Anyway, long story short, I was looking at this sort of cavity here and thinking that's a perfect size. Why don't you make a table that actually fits instead of that door? So, you know, for instance, if this was the door itself, you know, why, sorry about the rubbish inside, but why can't you just have a door like that? And that would be just big enough for us, that space there, and then you close it up and it's a flat door when you're finished. Anyway, so I had an idea that maybe I should just have a crack at this and we'll see what happens. So I went for a bit of 9mm marine plywood, thinking that's probably my best option. No idea if the thickness is going to work, no idea if the wood is going to work, but we'll give it a go. Did think of using aluminium, but that was all too hard. I don't have tools for that, so I want to keep it simple. So basically I'm going to draw around the panel, and then I'm going to cut it out with a handsaw very carefully, and maybe put some guides in as I cut it, and then cut it out. So believe it or not, I did actually cut this with a handsaw. Actually put a bit of a guide when I was cutting, clamped a bit of wood and then cut up against the wood to keep that line straight as possible, because I don't have all the fancy electric saws. And then again I cut the corner around really carefully, and now I've sanded it down, basically sanded the corner around, make it nice and round, sanded it all round. So anyway, so there's my panel. It obviously fits in there nicely. So my next job is, I'm thinking I'm going to paint one side of it black, and then I might leave the other side a natural just to varnish it. So next job will be to spray paint one side of it. So I spray painted one side, the other side I actually varnished, just to protect the wood a little bit. Anyway, I wanted to try and match that as best I could on there. No, not perfect, but you know, I'll do the job. Anyway, next job is to look at where the hinge is going to go. I was hoping to put the hinge on the inside. So I got this long piano hinge from Bunnings. It's only, I think, $6 or something. But unfortunately, getting it in there, I don't think it's going to give me the movement when this opens and closes. When that opens and closes, I'm not sure it's going to be able to give it what it needs. So it'll probably have to go on the outside. It's a bit ugly, but I guess it'll do the job there, and then it can actually do what it needs to do without in the way. But I'll have a quick look at that. But anyway, that'll be the next job. Probably going to have to take the rear panel off because I want to put some fixings through here to put in some cords to hold it, stop it dropping too far. Also going to have to put in some sort of catches on here to hold it up, stop it coming loose. I did think of a bungee type cord, but I thought that would still might rattle, so I'm thinking something there, but that's still a thought in progress, so we'll see how we go. But anyway, first job is to work out where I'm going to put the hinge. I thought it probably best to take the back panel off to fix this properly, rather than try and bodge it up without removing it. So to remove the back door panel on the Prado, you basically remove a screw here, you remove a screw here, and then inside here there's a little cover and a little screw in there. You then take your tools, or you can actually use your fingers, but basically just get behind here and pull it off. This bit up here is sort of clipped in, so once you've loosened all that you can drop it away. So I'll try and get it off now, so not dropping it all, but basically once that's loose there, and you can see that it sort of clips together, and you've got the same the other side obviously, so you need to just pull it apart like that. There you go. I don't really want the top section coming off at the moment, so it is coming off now. Oh, I'll just get it up there. Okay, that's it. And there we just take it away, and as I said, you've got, use me the camera, you've just got these locating pins here that you're just pulling out all the way around. So and there's nothing connected to the panel once it's off. So yeah, now I'm gonna lay this down, and we're gonna look at my door panel, which I have already put the hinge on, and that's going to go in there, and I've got my hinge on it now. So what I'm going to do is screw that into the door, and then look at how I fix up the top, and then put some retaining ropes in here. So I'm going to just screw that in there for the moment. So the finished items back on. Yeah, this is the first version, might need a few little tweaks. Anyway, so hinges had to go on the outside, unfortunately. I actually put slightly bigger screws in because I want to get a bit more bite on the connection, or the fixing, and then cut the tips off them so they didn't go right through, because I was a bit worried, certainly through the wood, and then the plastic is fine. Anyway, yeah, the only thing, this catch is probably not my favourite. Anyway, but that's, I really couldn't find anything else at the moment. I'm going to keep an eye out for something there, and maybe use something in the future. So literally just open it, and hey presto, there we go. How about that? So I took the fixing ropes into the door, and then came them back out under here, where I've got a I'll just lift this up a bit. You can see I actually made a plastic retaining piece, so I can adjust them if I need to in the future, so that can goes up there, hence a little bit of string hanging out. So obviously the same on both sides, but the joy with that is that when you close it up, those side ropes tuck inside, and one-handed use you can close it up, and what a good use of that space. I'm really happy with that. As to how strong it is, yeah, look, I think you know, you wouldn't obviously sit on it, but if you're putting a chopping board on there and cutting sandwiches and things, I definitely, you know, this is reasonably strength string. I just put a hole through there. I didn't want to fix it, so I used the, just put knots on the other side, double knots, burnt off the ends, so that it's all sort of sealed up and won't fray or anything. And yeah, I'll see how it goes. This is, as I said, first version. I may have to put fixings in here eventually. Probably put them on the inside if I do, but this looks good at the moment. Anyway, we'll test it out and see. Let me know what you think in the comments. But all up, so tiny piece of board. So the whole sheet was $30-something, but to be honest with you, I'm using it for other things now. So you know, what is it, quarter of a sheet? I don't know, $10, not even that for the piece of wood. I already had the string, already had the bits of plastic. I bought the hinge, $6. Yeah, that was about it. This bit of plastic here, and already had some bolts, crap. So honestly, I think I bought a packet of longer screws, $10. So probably all up $20. Yep, $20. So I'm pretty happy with that. I already had varnish, I already had paint, so no problem at all. This was just a standard wood varnish. I used a spray paint on the other side. Again, I want to wait and see how that goes. As I said, let me know in the comments what you think.